Gleneagles Global Health City, Chennai is the largest facility of Gleneagles Global Hospitals, a Parkway. The specialist team from the Institute of Liver Disease and Transplantation at Gleneagles Global
next half an hour.
is a world-renowned transplant surgeon who performed a successful liver transplant on a 5-day-old, a place in the Guinness Book of Records in the year of 2000. With over 25 years of and 3,000 liver transplantations, he is considered a pioneer and an authority. Top masters in healthcare administration recognized him as one of the 20-week powerhouse and has published over 500 articles and reviews in the subject of liver transplantation. National peer
Okay, take a picture. Is that okay? Take the table.
Mohamed Rela.
Close.
Okay, this is the other Rela. Well appreciated.
From Bangalore. Next slide. Yeah, okay. He was diagnosed to have hepatitis B infection and has been on treatment for a few years now. I think 2013 he was diagnosed to have two small tumors in the liver. Now liver tumors are a well-known complication with hepatitis B infection because the liver gradually gets damaged and can form a site for liver tumors. So when these tumors were initially diagnosed in Bangalore, they were treated by what is called as transarterial chemoembolization, which is a form of chemotherapy that we give directly into the tumors and is a good treatment for small tumors. This was done in Jan 2014 and there was good response to it. The problem is because the hepatitis B infection still remains, there is a continued risk for further tumors. Next slide please. Then more recently, Mr. Marathe started having abdominal pain and he had abdominal distension. He was seen in the local hospital and was found to have a new tumor, whether it's a new tumor itself or the old tumor which has now come back. But this was much bigger than what it was initially diagnosed. And he did visit some of the local hospitals and the opinion was that given the size of the tumor and his age, it's probably too high risk to do an operation, even though surgery would be the best treatment option available for this gentleman at that point of time. In fact, he did undergo an exploratory laparotomy in Bangalore at one of the hospitals in an attempt to remove the tumor. But when they opened the abdomen, the tumor was so huge that it was felt that it was not safe to proceed with the tumor removal, and surgery was abandoned. Next slide, please. Contacted us, came and met Professor Rela. This was a scan that was done before the operation. You can see the tumor is pretty much filling the entire abdomen. It's a right part of the second picture, and the size of the tumor as compared to the liver itself. Next slide, please. In fact, when we looked at measured the tumor was 25 centimeters in size, which is actually bigger than a regulation size football. A tumor like this, the problem is it's very big. It gets blood supply from a lot of other places. So any kind of surgery is going to be quite risky because of the risk of bleeding from all these numerous blood vessels. Next slide, please. We felt that despite the size of the tumor, with the expertise that we have in the form of Dr.RELA and the team, we should be able to take this tumor out. So we did discuss this option of surgery with Mr. Marathe and his family, and we did explain that it is a risky procedure, but given the circumstances, that's the only treatment option that can give a chance of long-term cure. So we proceed with the surgery. As you can see, this is the first. When you open the abdomen, this whole thing is a tumor. It's actually filling the entire abdomen. The liver is somewhere high up in the corner. It was a difficult operation, but we did manage to take the entire tumor out. So this is a tumor that's been taken out. Next slide, please. And when we looked at the tumor, it's actually 6.6 kilograms in size. So take it out completely, and he's made a good recovery. We're hoping that he'll do well in the future. Thank you.
Is spearheaded by Professor Mohamed Rela. Professor Rela.
Very happy moment for me and my family to be here. Between now and 2 months back or 2.5 months back, the experience that we have gone through, it's really hard to explain it in words. So maybe whatever I'm going to say, I'm still going to fall short of the right words to explain the experience. So 2.5 months back, back in February, our situation was really bad, and today it is like unbelievable moment for us. And you can see he's very well here and also doing well. And the experience that we have gone through is all because of Dr. Rela and his team who have made it possible, which we thought is impossible. And it's also a special day for us today. It's my mom's birthday today. So it's also be a good moment for us to be here, celebrating this occasion. So I won't take much time, but I would like to just give a brief of what happened in the past 2.5 months. So back in February last week, my dad had abdomen pain, and he thought it's probably a regular abdomen pain, and he started taking some tablets, but it was not really going away. So then we visited one of the local specialty hospitals which specializes in gastroenterology. So we visited there, and he was diagnosed with a very big tumor. But the doctor very well made it clear that it's a very big tumor, and it's going to be a tough thing for him to operate. But he can still do it. That's the confidence that he provided us. So we went ahead and said, yeah, we have to do, in case if that's the only option that we have. So then after a week of his admission, doctor did operate, and at least I was very happy. I was with my dad, hoping that it's all done. But when the doctor came back, it was a bad news. That he said that the tumor is so big, I have to just open it and close it back. I cannot do anything. So actually, I did not have any words to say at that time, like what to ask. So I did ask the doctor, is there, can we take a second opinion? Can we talk to some of the doctors in Bangalore? So his instant reaction was, not even Bangalore, for that matter, not even in India. Even if you find, any doctor in the world, they may not be able to operate such a big tumor. So that was a very depressing moment for me to hear. Basically, what it meant is there are no options. You have to just, live with him. And he gave me a time frame. He said, he may live for 1 or 2 months. And if you're lucky, maybe he'll survive for 6 months. So it's like counting days. And with the intense pain that he's going through, it was going to be really a hell for all of us, seeing him in that condition. But immediately we started discussing with friends, and we decided him to move to another hospital in Bangalore, which is a multi-specialty hospital and also known for at least good doctors in gastroenterology. So there again we spent 2 or 3 weeks hoping that they'll do something. Doctors did give us confidence that they'll do the surgery, but that never happened. So for some reasons unknown to me even today, I don't know why they never operated. So but in this process. So I would like to thank one of our family friends, Roshan, who introduced us to Dr. Chandan, who works with that Professor Rela. So he said that you come over here, we'll have a talk. And that's when we met Dr. Chandan, and we explained him all the story. And Dr. Chandan gave us the very first ray of hope, saying that if anyone can do this, it has to be Professor Rela. If he says no, then it's a no. So that what are the stories that they said that he has some albumin deficiency. Rela was only focusing on the CT scan, so he was not maybe listening to me, but he was looking at the reports. And at the end of his review of the reports, he said, you don't have to explain to me what exactly other doctors are saying, but I can do it. So till that time I was thinking that maybe whether he can do it or not, I was not really sure. But he was so confident, and also Professor Rela was asking during his speech, just few minutes back, what made us come back here. So I think that is one key point, right moment. So we have to get my dad here. So that's when we immediately decided and brought him here. And one thing when when I was talking to Dr. Rela, I was still not very convinced during the initial part of the conversation. I thought either this doctor is overconfident or he is really good. So now I'm happy to say that he is really good, because he has proven with the results here. So as you can see, and it has been a really wonderful experience that we have had in this global hospital. The entire Dr. Rela's team and all his personal assistants, they have been very helpful, and also our stay so far has been comfortable. So my mom was staying with my dad, and it has been a very wonderful experience executing such a complicated surgery and giving our dad's life back. So I would like to thank you all.
Renal cancer.